Welcome back to the Classic and Current Gaming Monthly Hall of Fame podcast. It's RxDude22 here with you. It's a new month, which means we have 5 more games to induct into the Hall of Fame. If I had my own personal Hall of Fame, these are games that would definitely be in it. Let's jump right into it and show you the first game for our September inductees. The first game comes to us from originally the PlayStation 3 and the Microsoft Xbox 360 system. It was also on Windows. It was a unique title. It was a first-person shooter. It's personally one of my all-time favorite video games. The series is fantastic. There's 3 games in the series. I'm talking about BioShock. Let's dive into it and give you some information about it. BioShock is a 2007 first-person shooter game developed by 2K Boston, later Irrational Games, and 2K Australia, and published by 2K. The first game in the BioShock series, it was released for Microsoft Windows and Xbox 360 platform in August 2007. A PlayStation 3 port by Irrational, 2K Marin, 2K Australia, and Digital Extremes was released in October 2008. The game is set in 1960 and follows Jack, who discovers the underwater city of Rapture, built by business magnate Andrew Ryan to be an isolated utopia. The discovery of Adam, a genetic material which grants superhuman powers, initiated the city's turbulent decline. Jack attempts to escape, fighting Adam-obsessed enemies and Big Daddies, while engaging with the few sane humans that remain and learning of Rapture's past. The player, as Jack, can defeat foes in several ways by using weapons, utilizing plasmids that give unique powers, and by turning Rapture's defenses against them. BioShock's concept was developed by Irrational's creative lead Ken Levine and incorporates ideas by 20th century dystopian and utopian thinkers such as Ayn Rand, George Orwell, and Aldous Huxley, as well as historical figures such as John D. Rockefeller Jr. and Walt Disney. The game includes elements of role-playing games, giving the player different approaches in engaging enemies such as by stealth, as well as moral choices of saving or killing characters. Additionally, the game and its biopunk theme borrow concepts from the survival horror genre, notably the Resident Evil series. BioShock is considered a spiritual successor to the System Shock series, on which many of Irrational's team, including Levine, had worked previously. BioShock received universal acclaim and was particularly praised by critics for its narrative, themes, visual design, setting, and gameplay. It is considered to be one of the greatest video games ever made, and a demonstration of video games as an art form. BioShock was followed by 2 sequels, BioShock 2 and BioShock Infinite, released in 2010 and 2013 respectively. Ports of BioShock were released for Mac OS and mobile following its console releases. A remastered version of the game was released on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch as part of BioShock the Collection. Let's check out a couple minutes of gameplay from BioShock.
Things total. Look on that belt. You'll find something to keep you alive. Now, go get that camera, and then snapshots of those that crawls on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the fisheries. Just remember, sonny friend, I smell an ounce of Fontaine on you, and I'll have you in a box. Atlas gives you the vouch, but I ain't turning my eye just on his say-so.
Grown man jumping at you. Fontaine's dead, and everybody knows it. In the ground for months, and half the place still jumping at his shadow. Christ, even Ryan. You never mind all that. We got work to do.
Ryan asked me personally to make this clear to you. You give us Fontaine, and this whole filthy ring of his, and you'll be knocking back pints up at the Fighting McDonough's. But if you prefer to play the mule, we'll treat you like a mule. Give him a taste, Patrick. What's that? Change of heart, Timmy? Timmy? Ready to talk now? Whatever Ryan thinks he can do to me, Fontaine can do double!
Our second inductee for September comes to us from the PlayStation 3. It's a fantastic title. It's full of adventure, action, keeps you on the edge of your seat. It's got great cinematics. It's got everything you want in a great video game. We're talking about Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Here's some information about Nathan Drake and his fantastic adventure. Uncharted Drake's Fortune is a 2007 action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It is the first game in the Uncharted series and was released in November 2007 for PlayStation 3. The game follows Nathan Drake, the supposed descendant of explorer Sir Francis Drake, as he searches for the lost treasure of El Dorado with journalist Elena Fisher and mentor Victor Sullivan. The development of Uncharted Drake's Fortune began in 2005 and saw Naughty Dog altering their approach to development, as they sought to create a humanized video game that was distinct from their other entries, settling on an action-adventure game with platforming elements and a third-person perspective. The team regularly updated or wholly changed various aspects related to the story, coding, and the game's design, which led to delays. The development team found influence for many of the game's aesthetic elements from film, pulp magazines, and movie serials. Extensively marketed as a PlayStation exclusive, Uncharted Drake's Fortune received generally favorable reviews with praise for its technical achievements, cast, characters, story, music, and production values, drawing similarities to blockbuster films. It faced some criticism for its graphical issues, short length, vehicle sections, and marked difficulty. Uncharted Drake's Fortune sold 1 million copies after 10 weeks of release. It was followed by the sequel Uncharted 2 Among Thieves in 2009 and was re-released on PlayStation 4 as part of Uncharted The Nathan Drake Collection. Let's dive into some gameplay footage of Uncharted Drake's Fortune for PlayStation 3.
Yeah, now we just gotta find a way in.
You know, I read a story once about a cursed Inca treasure. You don't suppose that...
Please don't tell me you believe in that stuff.
I'm just saying. Something bad happened here. The whole colony doesn't just up and vanish.
Yeah.
Well, how do you explain it?
Look.
Thanks. Looks like that cable would get us up there.
Let's go check it out.
I'll stay here and keep an eye on our ride. See if you can figure a way to get us to that tower.
He's over here. Hurt in the morning. Nice. Sweet. I see him!
Down here!
Our third inductee for September is the oldest of the 5 September inductees, but its charm is no less appealing. We're going way, way back to the Super NES system. Mario's at it again, my friends, but this time he's driving. It's the original Super Mario Kart for the Super NES. Let's get into it. Super Mario Kart is a kart racing game developed and published by Nintendo for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The first game in the Mario Kart series, it was released in Japan and North America in 1992, and in Europe the following year in 1993. Selling 8.76 million copies worldwide, the game went on to become the 4th best-selling SNES game of all time. Super Mario Kart was re-released on the Wii's Virtual Console in 2009, on the Wii U's Virtual Console in 2013, and on the new Nintendo 3DS's Virtual Console in 2016. Nintendo re-released Super Mario Kart in 2017 as part of the company's Super NES Classic Edition. In Super Mario Kart, the player takes control of one of 8 Mario series characters, each with differing capabilities. In single-player mode, players can race against computer-controlled characters in 4 multi-race cups consisting of 20 tracks, 5 in each cup, over 3 difficulty levels, 50cc, 100cc, and 150cc. During the races, offensive and speed-boosting power-ups can be used to gain an advantage. Alternatively, players can race against the clock in a time trial mode. In multiplayer mode, 2 players can simultaneously take part in the cups or can race against each other one-on-one in match race mode. In a third multiplayer mode, battle mode, the aim is to defeat the other players by attacking them with power-ups, destroying balloons which surround each cart. Super Mario Kart received positive reviews and was praised for its presentation, innovation, and use of Mode 7 graphics. It has been ranked among the greatest video games of all time by several magazines and organizations. It is often credited with creating the kart racing subgenre of video games, leading other developers to try to duplicate its success. The game is seen as having been key to expanding the Mario series into non-platforming games. This diversity has led it to become the best-selling game franchise of all time. Several sequels to Super Mario Kart have been re-released for consoles, handhelds, and in arcades, each enjoying critical and commercial success. While some elements have developed throughout the series, the core experience from Super Mario Kart has remained intact. Here's some gameplay of Super Mario Kart for the Super NES. 2 more inductees to go for September. Both these games won Game of the Year when they were released. The first one was released for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, and it was on Windows. It's the 5th installment of a classic series of games. We're talking about The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Here's some information about it. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim is an action role-playing video game developed by Bethesda Game Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. It is the 5th main installment in the Elder Scrolls series, following The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion in 2006, and was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 on November 11, 2011. The game is set 200 years after the events of Oblivion and takes place in Skyrim, the northernmost province of Tamriel, a continent on the planet Nirn. Its main story focuses on the player's character, the Dragonborn, on their quest to defeat Alduin, the World Eater, a dragon who is prophesied to destroy the world. Over the course of the game, the player completes quests and develops the character by improving skills. The game continues the open world tradition of its predecessors by allowing the player to travel anywhere in the game world at any time and to ignore or postpone the main storyline indefinitely. Skyrim was developed using the Creation Engine, which was rebuilt specifically for the game. The team opted for a unique and more diverse open world than Oblivion's Imperial Province of Cyrodiil, which game director and executive producer Todd Howard considered less interesting by comparison. Upon release, the game received critical acclaim, with praise for its character advancement, world design, visuals, and dual-wielding combat, and it is considered to be one of the greatest video games ever made. Criticism targeted the melee combat, dragon battles, and numerous technical issues present at launch. The game shipped over 7 million units within the first week of its release, and has sold over 60 million units as of June 2023. 3 downloadable content add-ons were released: Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn, which were bundled along with the base game into the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Legendary Edition, released in June of 2013. A remastered version, the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition, was released for Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One in October 2016, with all 3 DLC expansions and a graphical upgrade. A port for the Nintendo Switch was released in November 2017. A separate virtual reality-only version, the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim VR, was released in November 2017 for PlayStation VR and for Windows-based VR headsets in April of 2018. In addition, the Special Edition was released on PlayStation 5 as part of the compilation The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition in November 2021, and for the Nintendo Switch in September of 2022. A sequel, The Elder Scrolls 6, is currently in development. I personally can't wait for that to come out. In the meantime, check out this quest from Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
No more! You'll need... Lord Beast, both your life and lands are now forfeit.
Enough! Oh!
This brings us to our final inductee for September and was also a Game of the Year award winner. This one was from the PlayStation 3 as a PlayStation 3 exclusive. It's the second game this month from the company Naughty Dog. We're talking about The Last of Us. They've made an HBO series about it. That's how good this game is. And here's some more information. The Last of Us is a 2013 action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Players control Joel, a smuggler tasked with escorting a teenage girl, Ellie, across a post-apocalyptic United States. The Last of Us is played from a third-person perspective. Players use firearms and improvised weapons, and can use stealth to defend against hostile humans and cannibalistic creatures infected by a mutated fungus. In the online multiplayer mode, up to 8 players engage in cooperative and competitive gameplay. Development of The Last of Us began in 2009, soon after the release of Naughty Dog's previous game, Uncharted 2: Among Thieves. For the first time in the company's history, Naughty Dog split into 2 teams. While one team developed Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception, the other half developed The Last of Us. The relationship between Joel and Ellie became the focus, while all other elements developed around it. Actors Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson portrayed Joel and Ellie, respectively, through voice and motion capture, and assisted creative director Neil Druckmann with the development of the characters and story. The original score was composed and performed by Gustavo Santaolalla. Following its announcement in December 2011, The Last of Us was widely anticipated. It was released for the PlayStation 3 in June of 2013. It received critical acclaim with praise for its narrative, gameplay, visuals, sound design, score, characterization, and depiction of female characters. The Last of Us became one of the best-selling video games, selling over 1.3 million units in the first week and 17 million units by April 2018. The game won year-end accolades, including multiple Game of the Year awards from several gaming publications, critics, and game award ceremonies. It has been ranked as one of the greatest video games ever made. Naughty Dog released several downloadable content additions. The Last of Us Left Behind as a single-player campaign following Ellie and her best friend Riley. A remastered version, The Last of Us Remastered, was released for the PlayStation 4 in July 2014. A remake, The Last of Us Part 1, was released in September 22 for PlayStation 5. and in March 2023 for Windows. A sequel, The Last of Us Part 2, was released in 2020. Other Last of Us media includes a comic book in 2013, a live show in 2014, a television adaptation by HBO in 2023, a tabletop game by Themborn in 2023, an untitled multiplayer game, and an upcoming tabletop game by Simon. Here's some gameplay footage of one of the missions in the middle of the game of The Last of Us.
Give us our rations. I hear hunters.
Yeah, me too. Just keep it down while we're going through this area. Okay?
So fun. We were up all night chasing this tourist.
Oh yeah, you were a part of that? I heard about this.
Yeah, this one chick, she would just not give up. I've never seen anyone with so much fucking energy. It took a couple minutes to snuff everyone else, and fucking 5 hours to hunt her ass down.
Jesus. Sometimes you gotta earn your keep, right?
Yeah. We were about to give up when she started shooting at her. It's stupid. She could have got away. I had 2 other guys keep her busy. I took out my rifle. Put her head in the crosshairs. Pow. That.
Damn. Maybe you should have kept her. You know, maybe one of us.
No way. That girl, she'd kill us all in her sleep.
Whoa! Hurry! Down.
Let's get out of here.
There's more of them. All right. I don't think they saw us.
There's our bridge. We're a little closer.
Just keep at it. Come on. I can't make that jump.
If you get me up there, I can move that plank.
Wait here.
We'll see where this goes. What the hell? Oh, this place is bad.
What was that all about?
Get on. We're cutting through the hotel.
Okay.
Set up that plank like they did.
And that'll bring a close to the Classic and Current Gaming Monthly Hall of Fame podcast. We'll be back in October with our 4th installment where we'll have 5 more games inducted in what I would call my personal Hall of Fame. In the meantime, be sure and check out all the other great content here on YouTube. Be sure and hit that like, hit the subscribe, and that notification bell for additional content like our weekly podcast where we dive deep into some of the greatest video games of all time with history and development information. We have all kinds of gameplay videos on as well. We also have a Twitch channel where we have live content almost every morning. Check us out over there as well at twitch.tv/Classic and Current Gaming. It's been RxDude22 from Classic and Current Gaming and the Hall of Fame podcast signing off. Keep on gaming. See you on the next stream. Be good to each other. Have a great month. We'll see you back in October for more Hall of Fame. Check out all the additional content here on YouTube. And, of course, as always, have a wonderful day, folks.